So number one, keep your Mac clean from cache. Number two, use your proxy workflow. Number three, these are my settings. Number four, when I'm really going at it, I put it at half resolution. And yeah, that's pretty much it. First off, for all the people that aren't into Resolve, aren't video editors, I am posting on a new channel. It's called Watch the Rich. I can't believe that I got that name in 2025. That's where I'm concentrating the majority of my efforts going forward. I've had the convoluted on this channel problem for a long time. I've started all sorts of channels and always come back to this Sean Martin Flicks channel. This time I'm going to stick with it for a while. I'm still probably going to post to this channel occasionally, but as it's always been, it's going to be convoluted. I think I'm going to start talking about Resolve more often on this channel, and this is going to be my sort of behind the scenes channel, which I've thought about doing in the past and even started to do, but then came back and it's just been all over the place. But I have a lot to share as an editor, and I know YouTube likes that meta type of activity. And honestly, today I am reacting to Joseph Hermers, if I'm saying that right, talking about his Mac Max, his M1 Max. I actually saw this video a few days ago, and I was gonna write like this 4-paragraph explanation about my take on some of his problems and what he was getting at. He was right about most things. You should watch his channel. He's taught me all sorts of stuff. It's crazy how you learn from somebody that's like across the world or whatever. Especially at the beginning of my video career, he had a lot of good tips, and he's an amazing videographer. And yeah, you can go watch his channel. I'll link it in the description.
Actually, back to where I was before I bought my Mac Studio, finding workarounds and fixes to ease the frustration of choppy playback and, well, crashes also sometimes.
He talks about his M1 Max running slow, and I'm sure he knows most of this information, so maybe I'm just covering some of the blind spots for some of the audience members that might not know this stuff. One thing that he may not be doing, because he did mention that he might need to clean his Mac, is maybe he should clean his Mac. I am like anal about cleaning the cache out. I use these two apps to do that, and I do it pretty frequently. I'm pretty weird about it. That helps. He talks about restarting the Mac and having it render after he restarts. I think that was his video. That might have been a different video of somebody talking.
The solution is super simple. Just restart your computer.
I'm running an M1 MacBook Pro with the Pro chip. I got it used, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago or something. It served me very, very well. My big edits, when I'm really going crazy with the edits, I do still use my PC. It's frustrating because this is so close. Even in 2025, for the majority of things, this still kicks butt, which is crazy. I should have saved my money and got the Max, and I would probably do 90% of my editing on this. And really, I still do like 70% of my editing just because the experience is better for me working on a Mac at this point. Windows is convoluted. I love Linux. I love not having everything be proprietary, but there's a beauty about Apple, and I'm sort of an Apple fanboy with also not being blind to many of their flaws. When I first started video editing, I got this in my head from another channel I'll put right here. I can't remember the name of offhand, but he's the best video editing teacher on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of great ones, but he's the best. And it's all about the proxy workflow. And honestly, it doesn't matter how fast my computer is, I will probably always use proxies. I have just gotten into the habit of creating proxies right away. All my A-roll, anything that is, hard to edit, I make proxies of, even if I don't have to. I'm not going to make proxies out of all the beef roll or anything, but everything is proxy. Everything on PC is DNxHR proxy, or on Apple, it's ProRes proxy. Now that the PC is more compatible with ProRes, I've tried it the other way, but I think there's just a little bit more performance when you're using DNxHR proxy or DNxHR codecs in general on PC. It's designed for it. I don't really know if that's true, but from my research, it might be a little true, or it's true in theory, but really either one, it doesn't really matter. The ProRes proxy is where it's at. And with the encoders, if you have a Max, if you have the dual encoders or the quad encoders with any of the ultra variants of Mac Silicon, then I've heard that you can get away with H.265 proxy, which is absolutely crazy if you know about codecs, but that's where we're at because they're such small files and the encoders are so good. So number one, keep your Mac clean from cache. Number two, use your proxy workflow. Number three, these are my settings. Number four, when I'm really going at it, I put it at half resolution. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is all for the studio version. I haven't used the free version in a really long time, but a proxy workflow and all of these will definitely help. I'm just not sure like how much because it's been so long since I've tried. I've never used the free version on an Apple. My PC is definitely way more powerful, and if I'm really getting into it, I use it, but I do find the Apple version more stable. It's weird. Like, it can't handle those types of projects, but it'll never crash. It just like slows down and it render caches and I can always make it work. But there is a point where I will use my PC. My PC is an RTX 3080 with a Ryzen 5900X and 32 gigs. But I really think no matter what system you're using, you should be using a proxy workflow. Where I really see the difference between my more beefy PC and the M1 Pro MacBook Pro with the Pro chip is the AI features. Like, I can do the AI features, but it's much better with the GPU, and it's really not even worth using. Like, I can make it work in a pinch, but everything else works smooth. Final thing I wanted to say, and I think it's equally as important as the first two, using proxies and using these correct settings, is order of operations. Import my footage, usually A-roll first, and then I'll cut up my rough cut. Then I'll either have my B-roll already in there or I'll go searching for it on the internet, depending on what kind of video I'm making. And if it's from the same camera, I'll make more proxies out of that. Like, if it's me that created it or if I know the camera, then I'll create more proxies. If it's just from the internet, those files aren't that big, and if I'm getting it from a stock website, a lot of the time it's ProRes and it's not really an issue, and it's really not an issue if it's just like a small part of your timeline. Usually I've told the story and all that with the rough cut. This is like where the effects and the B-roll is. I always have smart render on during that time in the edit. Then I go in color grade, which you don't need like the perfect performance for that. The only other thing is Fusion is like, I will jump back and forth between the edit page and the Fusion page, and there I do see a lot of slowdowns on the MacBook Pro M1 Pro. So anyway, that's what I got today. I hope you learned something. If you are an editor or agree or disagree with me or whatever, you got something out of it, some entertainment, like, subscribe, and I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you in the next live. But hopefully in the next video.